All right, looking at finding a percentage of an amount. So we're going to start off with non-calculated calculations. So a few useful things to find out. Well, we can definitely work out 50%, because 50% is the same as halving. So if I've got $240, half of that is going to be $120. Probably the next most useful thing is to go for 10%. Now, 10%, if you think about, we start with 100%, like this $240 is 100%. To go from 100% to 10%, I'm going to divide by 10. To go to 50%, I divide it by 2. Here I'm going to divide by 10. And so 240 divided by 10 becomes $24. Those two building blocks are really useful, and we can do all sorts of things from there. So if I know 10%, I can double that to give me 20%. So if 10% is 24, 20% will be double that, $48. And then maybe I can take the 10% and the 20%, add them together. 24 plus 48 is 72, and 10% plus 20% is 30%. So you can start making connections. All you need to do is start with some of these building blocks of the 50%, the 10%. I'll show you a couple of other useful ones. 50%, we could half that again to get 25%. And half of 120 is $60. So 25% of 240 is $60. Then maybe if I wanted 75%, I could take the 50 and the 25, add them together, and I'd get $180. So you can see you can build all sorts of connections by breaking it down. Probably the most useful percentage you can find of anything is 1%. Because if I've got 1%, I can then multiply to find any other percent. So if I take 240 to get 1%, well, I need to divide by 100. Percent means divide by 100. So I get $2.4. So 1% is $2.4, or $2.40 would be better. From there, I could double that to get 2%, etc., etc. Loads of different things you can do, just finding the links. But the key thing is 10% divide by 10. 1% divide by 100. 50% divide by 2. From those basic building blocks, we can add different things together to find pretty much any percentage. Okay, let's put that into practice. Find 12% of 800. So we want to find 12% of 800 here. To do that, I'm going to first of all say, okay, what's 10%? Well, 10% is divided by 10, which is 80. And then this 2%, well, what's 1%? 1%, we divide it by 100. 800 divided by 100, move the decimal point, we get 8. And 2% will be double that. So double 8 is 16. Okay, to find 12%, I can do the 10% plus the 2%. So that's 80 plus 16. So 80 plus 16 is 96. So that's how I can find a percentage of an amount without a calculator. Let's now look at what we would type in a calculator. Different methods for this, different people prefer different things. The key thing is to recognize that percent, it almost looks like divide by 100. It's kind of what the percentage symbol is. So percent means divide by 100. So you can either type it in your calculator as 23 divided by 100, type it as a fraction, type it with the divide sign, doesn't matter. And then for this of, we're going to use the multiply sign. 23 over 100 times by 950. The other alternative is to convert it to a decimal. And divide by 100, 23 divided by 100 is 0.23. Personally, I think this is a very useful technique. Decimals are much easier to deal with on a calculator. So 0.23 times 950, and we get 218.5 grams we were dealing with there. So that's how to find a percentage of an amount on a calculator. Now look at one more on reducing the price. So for this, first we need to find 15% and then take it away. So let's find 15%. Well, let's change 15% to a decimal. 0.15 times 855 equals 128.25 when I type that in my calculator. So that is 15% of 855. What I now need to do is reduce it, so take it away. And when I do that in my calculator, I end up with 726.75. So there you go, that's how to reduce an amount, find the percentage and then take it away. I think decimal is best, but you can use fraction if you're finding a percentage amount on a calculator. And if we look at the top part, using without a calculator, just get those techniques, see what you can find. Can you find 10%? Can you find 1%? And then find the connections. Okay, percentage of amount.